Okay, so we're full of fuel. We've got a range of about 1 hour, and can't take off vertically because we're too heavy. We are at Baghdad International Airport, and we're going to Iran again because I can. Wind's doing 4 knots at the moment. Love AI aeroplanes, don't you? Fuck off, you can't. I've got a varied assortment of AI aircraft from my hangar. So you quite often see a Lancaster bomber whizzing around, a Wellington. F-35 lining up. Run 5 right, I believe. Afterburner switch. On. Come on, fucking get a grip of the switch. For fuck's sake, there you go. Let's go. Hit it. $100 knots, back pressure. Gear up. Afterburners off. N1. Oh, we are heavy. A very heavy trim. Low level departure, 1,000 feet. Hear him shouting for all his men. Trying to save a bit of fuel this time by going slower. Last time we encroached on Iranian airspace, we were doing about 600 knots, so I'm going to go slower this time. Probably more like about 5. Drinking port. That's your name. Okay, altitude a bit high, 2,000 feet. Let's go down to low. Got 500 knots. Everything's looking honky-dory. N1. CRA. Third screen along out of the 4. Right down the bottom there it says RA and sea level. So we're rad altitude, 500 feet ish. Want to be below 500 really. We're doing 600 knots, so we need to slow down a bit. Come back an 1/8. The rev counter there. Heading 070, so it's come left a bit. Pick up 050. Love those shots with the shadow on the ground. Wicked. 060 rolling out 050. Almost. Ben, just your mother to get me a top up, please. I've run out of port. Bad practice that when you're low flying is to look inside the cockpit, because you're bound to come unstuck doing that. Okay, we got a VOR over there. Let's tune that in, let's go there. We went more towards the lake last time. So the blue line we've got on the second screen, that is indicating the direction to our VOR. If we're too low, we're not going to pick it up. It gives information down below. Distance 77 miles, and we're doing 500 knots. Into wind 089 at 7 knots. So we can knock 7 knots off our headwind, off our airspeed. And at 507 knots, that doesn't really count for a lot, does it? Now, in making these videos, I was going to ask the RAF if they'd lend me one of their F-35Bs to jolly around the Gulf, and especially into Iran. But I can preempt they may decline my invitation, so I settled for the $35 download from AOA Simulations instead. Don't know how realistic or active this actually is. The performance figures are somewhat different to the performance figures printed in Google, and I'm wondering who's right, whether the claims on the Wikipedia page for the F-35 are either grossly exaggerated or the aircraft is not actually as good as they crack on, and I think the latter may be true. It is good though. I like it. It has its limitations. I didn't like it at first, I didn't take to it. But the more I fly it, the more I'm getting used to it. Still prefer the P-51 though. The P-51 is not this fast. But it can fly for longer. Go all the way to Berlin and back, for example. 170 feet. Looking good. 478 knots. Give it a little bit more power then. Try and tweak it up to 5. First waypoint is a VOR, 50 miles away. Starting to see the hills now. The hills are Iran. Still in Iraq at the moment, I think. Although the border does higgly-piggly all over the place, and it does go in quite a long way to the last post, whatever it's called. Into the mountains further to the north.
You did! You did no way! Oh my.
Notice my shadow keeps disappearing. That's weird, but you know. What can I say?
Oh, I see. Oh, you smart.
Ignore him. Fuel status 81%. Airspeed 545 at 600 feet.
Oh, fuck, I want to try and use the ice. Oh, God. Careful. What's up? Oh, I'm going to lose my hostages. Well, so good. No, no!
You are dead on the nose. Keep it down, Ben.
I don't. This is so tense. Yeah! Let's go. No one check that. Check that.
19 miles to the VOR. Should be able to visually identify it. Actually, they do have the big dishes on the ground in X-Plane 11.
Wait. Wait a minute. Oh! Sorry. No, I was trying to do that. I was trying to count outside.
I'm flying this aircraft completely manually at the moment. You can have it on autopilot, and it does have terrain following, so that's an option if you wanted. If you had bad visibility over mountains, for example, you could engage the terrain following, which is really good, really clever, but quite scary.
Oh fuck!
Take 4 miles to the VOR.
I tried to hop in with
And I am going to try and visually identify it. If possible.
Oh! I walked.
Airfield. That was probably it. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Okay. Next VOR. Up ahead there. Off to the left slightly. Push the airspeed up a little bit.
No!
Come back to N1. I need my own room. I can't have him on his gaming PC right next to me like that, screaming in my ears. Playing Fortnite or something really interesting, you know. Probably says the same about my flight sim. Interesting terrain. Obviously where 2 continental shelves came together and caused all this to ripple, maybe. I don't know. Not a geologist. It's cool though, I like it. Okay, I'll try and tune that VOR in. Yeah, we got it. Not particularly low level or stealthy, are we? At the moment. Can't pick up VORs when you're too low. We got a 3rd VOR as well, look. Top right hand corner of the map. Mercy. See, I can reduce the power slightly. Trim. Tell you what, you could follow these valleys for miles if you want to go the same direction as all the ripples. If you're going across them, you've got to do a lot of bobbing up and down.
Anywhere down the side.
Now, do we have a VOR on the hill, or do we just have another airbase? It's a good idea to put a VOR on an airbase, it helps you find it. Especially when the weather's a bit grotty. Should be not far ahead. Well, there's the answer to that question. On Iranian airbase. Complete with hangars, look. Okay, we want to hang a right, fly off towards those other two VORs. Don't need to tune them in though. Fuel is 64%. So we've gone a lot further at a much slower speed, so it obviously pays, doesn't it, to fly below N1 than above it.
Just got out, move. No, 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 no. Stop.
I tell you what, Iran is a really cool place. I like it.
Let's go. With the snowman. So good. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Fuel is 58%, reaching the point of no return, so we'll keep going.
Yeah.
I've got those two VRRs coming up. I'll bump them both. Without tuning them in.
Yes, that way.
Anson's a great cover from radar. Unless they've got high up, looking down flying radar. Airborne radar. Don't know who that person is. I'm on my boy's Steam account. I get messages like that sometimes. Almost on top of that VOR. There we go. Boom. Another airbase, another runway. Turning left. Another VOR on the nose. Rolling out. Airspeed 543. Fuel 53%.
Make it last.
Visibility deteriorating up ahead. Looks like a dust storm. Yeah, we've got another runway there, look. That would be the other VOR. So, the Iranians have airports. Have VORs on their airports. I maintain this course according to my weather radar. Visibility should be good again soon. Otherwise, we're going to have to go on top. Don't really want to engage terrain following and fly along blind. That is boring.
Yes.
Fuel 49%. Airspeed 545 at 400 feet. Oh, these clouds go right down to the ground. They really do. Gotta be dust.
How did we do that?
Okay, I think we're out of that. I'm right, by Joe. Okay, course, come on to 070.
Space 3, one block. Yeah, they didn't say that. Same Wi-Fi. Hey, yo, Pop, stop playing with the Angus helmet. Yeah?
You what?
Stop playing with the Angus helmet.
enemy aircraft. As I said, we have got terrain following radar, and I will set that up in another video and show you how to use that. It is a bit fiddly, it's not as easy as the Tornado GR4, which was great. I really like that aeroplane. It's my favourite aeroplane. In fact, I flew it all over the world, all around the world.
Let's go! Let's go! So we have a snowball yeah. So good, bro. So good. Let's go.
Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. And we picked that up at 71 miles. And we're going to land at Tehran. Well, you may say, hey, they'll arrest you, they'll impound your plane, they'll get all your secrets. Well, they can download this aeroplane online, just like I did, if they really want it. So maybe that explains the weight and balance calculations not being the same as the aircraft company claims.
Let's go! Let's go! I was 25 Oh, I'm so good.
Now you've got Tehran and you've got the mountains on the left side, they're the north side, and then you've got the Caspian Sea. You might take a fly around the Caspian Sea next. Don't know. Something I haven't done before. Came through with the GR4 when I was flying around the world. I went to Kabul, Kandahar, in Afghanistan, and I wanted to go to Camp Bastion, but it's not there. It's been erased from this program. So I went to the Latin longitude and it wasn't there, so I carried on right the way across Afghanistan, across Iran, and landed at Tehran. That's where I've been here before. I've not done the route from Baghdad like today. I flew all the way around the world. To the west. Is it anti-clockwise? Clockwise? Looking down from the top, I went clockwise. Okay, 44 miles to run, 550 knots, 1,400 feet, and we have 36% fuel, loads of fuel. That's difficult to fly from there. Will you shut up? It's 27 miles. Wow, they've got a lot of helipads.
Let's go!
12 miles. F-35 inbound to land. We'll be landing vertical. Next to the tower. If it's got one.
Fuck you!
We're overhead Tehran. In Iran, as the Americans say. Okay, we got hangars, we've got taxiways, we've got a runway. Got a load of jets, look. Okay, cut the power. Slow the bird down. It's got 2 runways. $380. I don't see the control tower. It's got to be there somewhere. If not, I'll just have to pick somewhere else. All the time we're turning, we're losing speed. Tower's got to be down there somewhere. 270. $240. I reckon that's it there. It's the grey roof at the end, there seems to be a bit of a tower there. Okay, that'll do. Level the wings, extend the air brakes. Get the speed down to 150.
Leave my swimming alone. Leave him alone! You're so gay!
Engaging vertical. Gear down.
Dog shit, like, fuck that. That's fucking yeah, that's what they will be like. That's what they
500.
We are into wind, we have 267 at 06 knots.
$500.
Oh, we've got some military jets here. We'll land here instead. Burn. Back it in. In case you wonder what kind of air force the Iranians have got, as you can see, they're equipped with F-4 American Phantoms. Just in case you were wondering. Fuel 25%, loads looking good. Tailwind.
30.
No, I was aiming for the stupid
30.
Oh. Yeah, I've got a Why you can just say about it?
And we'll park on the end.
30.
Number one. Okay, now break the front seat. Okay, now break the front seat.
Welcome to Tehran, in Iran.
Yes, if I'm behind you, it doesn't go off. And if I'm in it, it doesn't go off. Right. Fucking Docker! I'm alive! Ah!
Sorry about the noise.
Yeet! Because you're winning.
55 minutes.